It is time for dessert.
That's right.
This is a fun one, especially on a day when there's not a lot going on, because it's a little bit of a process, but oh, the payoff is big. It'd be fun to do this at the end of the night for a dinner party.
Oh, yeah,
bring
absolutely.
these out. Ooh.
It's really kind of trendy as well, having brie cheese with apples, and brie pairs really well. Wisconsin brie with sweet flavors that are in fruit, so this is going to be a really great dessert. Of course, we also have some caramel on there. Caramel sauce I made with some salt, so that's salted caramel
We're
flavor.
not counting calories today, so we're making homemade apple, or I should say homemade apple fritters with slices of brie cheese to get the whole like cheese, remember the cheese and apple pie thing, and then caramel sauce. So yum, yum, yum. So first we're going to do our batter.
Make our batter first. So I have 1.5 cups of flour. We're going to add to that 1.5 cups of cornstarch. It seems like a lot, but you really need that to give it some body when we're going to be putting these into the fryer. Then we have 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder, 1.5 tablespoons of baking soda, and then a tablespoon of kosher salt.
Okay.
So that's mix that all together. And then what's really key, Amy, is water is cold. Okay. So this is going to help foam up. We have 2 cups of cold water that I just pulled out of the refrigerator.
But the batter ingredients are pretty simple, stuff we already have, which is nice. And you know, actually, on a day where the kids may be home from school and there's nothing going on, make some apple fritters. You got a few apples in your, bottom drawer of your fridge. You got the stuff to make this. You don't need all the rest of the stuff if you don't.
The apple fritters, they're really actually pretty simple to make. So
really fun.
It just takes more cornstarch than I thought.
Yeah, that's a lot of cornstarch.
But actually it wasn't too bad, and it's pretty inexpensive too. So once that's ready, then we're going to have take our apples. I've already cored some apples and peeled them, and then we're going to make them into about half-inch slices.
Do you want that a little thinner? Okay. All right.
This is fine.
Okay.
We don't want to overdo it either, so that it gets tough.
So basically, our apples are cored
and
peeled.
and about that way, and half inch I go about thick.
Thicker than that?
Let me see what you have. Yep, thicker than that. One apple will do about 4 slices.
Okay.
Oh, careful there.
Yeah. No worries.
There we go.
Okay. So we'll do a couple more.
Yeah. And then the only thing about this, it's easy, but it can get a little bit messy.
All right.
So now what we're going to do is put the apple slices into the batter.
Okay, we'll get it right next to my method to my madness is kind of get an assembly line
Absolutely.
going.
I had that whole thing at home as well.
So you don't get batter all over the kitchen.
All right.
We've heated our oil. This is key. What kind of oil did we use, by the way?
Canola oil.
Canola oil.
So you want real bland oil, about 325 to 340, I would say. You don't want to get too hot because then it will burn, okay?
But if it's not hot enough, it's just going to hang out in there and get greasy. So it's a fine balance.
Okay, so you're going to, here, I'll let you start doing that.
And I think it's nice to do a test run, so I'll put this one in here, and then we'll see what happens.
And you don't want to put too many in all at once. I'd say maybe 3, at the most, 3 or 4, so that you don't cool the oil down too.
Okay. And
you put that in there. And
how's that look for the oil temperature?
It looks perfect, actually.
Okay.
So we can put another one in there. Cook about 1 to 2 minutes on one side, flip it 1 to 2 minutes on the next side.
And they're quick.
You'll see how they float up there. And when you're ready to take them out or flip them, I like to use this kind of a colander, the spiders,
those are great.
Yeah.
So we'll do 4 maybe?
Yeah, let's do 4. And then, so I would do it in batches because if you get too many in there, then it cools the temperature down too much.
Okay, so let's see when these are ready to flip. You don't want to burn them either.
That's correct.
Perfect. Oh, yummy.
That's nice. And when you're ready to take them out, then you can either put them on paper towels, or I suggest like a rack like this that will help them stay nice and crisp as well. Yeah, so those are pretty simple actually. Just if you just wanted those would be great with maybe a little powdered sugar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, so we've got these that are already done. Let's show everybody how we plate them up.
Okay,
they're
so
golden brown and delicious.
I have a nice white plate here. So what we're going to do is put some apple butter. If you're not familiar with apple butter, about a big tablespoon. That's kind of a concentrated apple sauce in a way. Okay. And then we're going to put one of the fritters on top. Then we're going to have some of our Wisconsin brie cheese, a nice thick slice that goes right there. Now remember, the apple fritters are nice and warm, so that's going to start making that gooey there.
And the other thing is brie cheese, people are afraid, I think, the name kind of freaks people out. It is nothing to be afraid of. Anybody I've ever known that has tried it loves it. It's very mild. Kids will love it.
That's
Don't
right.
think like blue cheese or goat cheese. It's nothing
Oh,
like
no,
that.
creamy, earthy, that
But the
sort of-
name, I think, has people a little bit concerned.
That's right. It
Don't
does
worry
sound a
about
little
it.
funny, but-
Yep. You'll find it
Okay.
in the more specialty cheese
All right.
section of your grocery store.
And-
So then we basically took the apple fritter, apple butter, apple fritter, slice of brie, another apple fritter,
Yep.
which again is going to be nice and warm.
And then I have some caramel sauce that I made that actually is in the recipe that you can get at eatwisconsincheese.com.
What are some of the things in the caramel
There's
sauce?
sugar and water. Then at the end, once you cook that and make it nice and brown, you add some cream. Add to that and a little bit of butter and salt. Okay.
Or you can cheat and buy the pre-made caramel sauce. I'm just getting these fritters out.
Okay.
They look beautiful.
Let's see what this is. So that's real simple to make, and there is a recipe that comes with it for the caramel sauce. And again, this recipe, as well as the one with the cheesy chicken pot pie, is at eatwisconsincheese.com, our website. There we go. Like
Karen,
that.
these look fantastic. What a fun thing to do with the kids. Now, if you're doing it with the kids, make them stand back. This oil is hot,
That's
but
right.
really fun. Oh,
Yeah.
Karen, that looks
Doesn't that
fantastic.
look good? So it's a real kind of pretty dessert.
Ooh,
and
wow.
Those warm fritters are going to melt that cheese, that
Oh, my goodness
Wisconsin green
gracious.
cheese, and make it real nice and soft and
Wow,
yummy.
that's all I have to say. Wow. For the recipes, as you mentioned, you can get them on the Dairy Council's website or Eat Cheese,
eatwisconsincheese.com.
or our website, fox11online.com. Click on the Living tab and recipes, and they'll be right there.